Welcome everyone to Crypto Bulls Club. My name is Soham, and this is your daily Bitcoin news and market wrap up. Sorry for the delay, guys. Just was caught in some other things. Also, health wise, not doing too well. Nothing too serious, but yeah. Without further delaying anything, let's jump on straight into the market details. So, guys, at this point of time, the total market cap today is about, it's around the $2 trillion mark. Bitcoin is trading around the $42,000. Let me do a quick refresh. Okay, this will have the latest price updates. Yeah, it's above 42,000, to be honest. Like, right, it's above $42,000, up about massive 2%. Okay, Ethereum is around $3,100, pretty much stagnant at the same price it was. BNB struggling at a correction of about 2%. Solana raised about 1.7% as well. If we take a quick look on some of the top gainers in the top 100 coins, let's take a quick look on that. We have Chainlink, guys. Chainlink is coming in at around 15% increase in the last 24 hours, trading at around the $28 mark. Now, if you would want a detailed analysis of Chainlink, there is very interesting about Chainlink, guys. Okay, I would like to share that with you. So if you would like to get a detailed analysis about Chainlink, comment go down and comment Chainlink, and I'll prepare a video very soon. Chainlink is followed by ICP, which is up about 13%, followed by Terra, which is up about 8.6%, Leo token about 7 and 8%. Avalanche up about 7.5%, followed by Dash at about 5%. So only Chainlink and ICP in the top 100 are up more than 10% in the last 24 hours. So on the weekends, as we know, things are not too volatile. Even if it's volatile, then we do not get too much of volume, and sustaining those volatility becomes a challenge as well. If we take a quick look on some of the top losers for the day, the top losers are again Fracture, after gaining considerably in the last week, right? Every day we used to cover Fracture, used to be in the top 3 coins to be gaining. Today it's in the top loser in the top 100 coins. It has lost about 10.6% of its value in the last 24 hours, followed by Convex Finance, which has lost about 4%, Zcash about 3%, and Celsius has lost about 3% as well. So, let's jump onto the Bitcoin chart first. I want to show you something very interesting that is playing out. I want to show you some similarities between the correction that we had back in May till July with the present correction that we are having. So as you can see, Bitcoin is trading at around the $42,100 mark. This week has been red. We got pullbacks in excess of, let's do a quick measurement, right? About the pullback. What was the percentage? This was a pullback of approximately, we got a pullback of, you can see right here, it corrected more than 14%, guys, right? It corrected more than 14% this week, right? For Bitcoin, it's pretty normal, right? It's nothing to worry about. But there are a few things that are actually causing a bit of a worry or a bit of a concern to me. What are those? Number one, if we don't close above $43,800, then we will actually close below the weekly EMA ribbon. Now, is this happening for the first time? No, guys, this is not happening for the first time. But what I'd like to tell you is, we had closures below the 20-week back here as well, as you can see below the weekly EMA ribbon. Okay, we closed the week of 21st June below the below the EMA ribbon, and not actually closing the week below the EMA ribbon, but we got a wick coming to the EMA ribbon, close the week inside the EMA ribbon. Now, in order to close this particular week inside the EMA ribbon, we need to be somewhere around the $43,800 mark. Now, knowing Bitcoin and knowing the crypto space, this is not something which is like impossible, right? it needs to gain about $1,700, and the time remaining for it is about 7 hours, a little less than 7 hours. And as we know, Bitcoin has the capability of doing it, right? So this is something that is happening for the first time here as well. But guys, okay, if we basically close this week with below the 20, below the EMA ribbon, and if we pump above in the following week, it would all be fine, it would all be okay, right? Because what we can see here as well, right, in the week of 12th of July, we closed just below the EMA ribbon, and the following week we just pumped up and we went above and we made new all-time highs. Now, another important aspect which is a bit of a concern to me right now is that this is the first time in many weeks, guys. Okay, this is the first time in many weeks that we are actually closing below the 50-week simple moving average. Okay, the 50-week simple moving average here acted as a resistance, as we can see, and this is not good at all. Okay, this is not good at all. If we look left on the chart, when was the last time we closed a complete body of the candle below the 50-week? Let's take a left here, and we can see it was during the COVID crash right here in March of 2020, wherein we crashed not only below the 50 week, we went through to the 200 week as well. But guys, this is not good from the Bitcoin perspective, because if we do not quickly go above and treat the 50 week as a support, then it would be a challenge for us to make new all-time highs anytime soon. Also, one of the major things that is coming up is a death cross, right? What is a death cross? As you can see on the daily time frame, the death cross is when the 50-day crosses below the 200-day. Okay, and we are very close. Okay, we are very close, guys. It's gonna happen probably within the next 3 to 4 days, and that will not be good. And if I have to talk about the technical perspective, technical side of things, then when the price is below the 200-day and we have got a death cross, that's indication of a bear market, guys. Okay, that's indication of a bear market. But there are certain things which are still keeping me a bit of, that are giving me a bit of a hope, and that thing is basically the similarity with the 2000 with the previous correction that we had, right? We are almost 3 months into this correction now. It started from November, we made this all-time high, and currently we are in January, and I feel, guys, I strongly feel that January is gonna be this way. Okay, more or less. Probably in the first week of February or in the second week of February, we might try breaking up, but that may or may not happen as well. One other thing that I would like to show you guys is the RSI. There is a very similar pattern that is getting played out multiple number of times in this market cycle. What exactly is that? What you can see is on the RSI, we are continuously having these resistances playing out. Okay, let me show you few of them. So here is the present one that is getting played out. We made the high of the RSI on October 28th. After that, we have been in a downtrend on the RSI. Here is the latest one. Earlier also, you can see we were in a downtrend. Here is that downtrend that you can perhaps see. We bounced above it, but again treated it as a resistance, then finally broke above it in the first week of October. Again, the massive divergence, these all are divergences, guys, right? And then there was this massive divergence which actually played out all the way since the last week of December 2020, and it played almost till the half year of 2021. Do you see this, guys? Do you see this acting as a resistance? And this is getting played out multiple number of times. Okay, if we are not able to, right, if you are not able to break above this, we tried to breaking above it. here, that is in the last week of December, but we got rejected and we are currently on the downtrend. What we need to do on the RSI is we need to make a higher low, guys. Okay, we need to make a higher low. What was this low? This low was approximately about 30, and this low that we created was about 29. So it was a lower low, guys. Okay, this was a lower low, and we want to make a higher low first, right? And then we can expect a breakout. Why is that? If we look left on the charts again, you will be able to see that we in the previous times also we made higher lows first. As you can see right here, we made a higher low in the 29th of September. We made a higher low here before breaking out on the 19th of July, and after that we were able to break out. So I don't think that we are going to break out immediately out of this divergence or this resistance on the RSI. This is extremely important to note, and this is a pattern which is getting repeated multiple number of times in this market cycle. What I also want to discuss with you guys is basically the NVT, right? And the NVT on the weekly time frame. As you know, we have been following the NVT and the NVT will print a new signal tomorrow, right? It is less than 6 hours from now, and we will print a new week, and the NVT will also have a new thing. So let's take a quick look on the NVT and let's see what it is actually showing us as well. Okay, so let's get the NVT right here. Okay, so the NVT, guys, thankfully, guys, okay, thankfully the NVT is still in red. How does this matter? When the NVT turns from red to white, that is when we are in trouble, guys. Okay, when the NVT turns from white to red, that is when the momentum shifts. How do you know? Look left on the chart, guys. Just look left on the chart here. You can see on July we turned from white to red and we saw this new all-time high, and back here in April we turned from red to white and we saw this dip. Here we haven't yet turned from red to white. That is a good thing that is getting played out, but you never know, because tomorrow when we are printing this NVT again, this is on the weekly time frame, and you might, if you see that we are in the white zone of the NVT, then we might be in a little bit of trouble for the short term, guys. For the long term, of course, I am bullish on Bitcoin, right? I strongly believe Bitcoin is the future and it has the power to change our lives financially. Right now, one more thing that I would like to show you here along with the NVT is the historical volatility. Okay, historical volatility. What is the significance of the historical volatility is, first let me just draw a line and it would become much more easier for you to understand. Let me quickly just open this and let me draw a line right around the 40 mark. You can just let me draw the line. Yes, right. So this is the line that we have on the 40 mark on the historical volatility, guys. Historical volatility, this measures the volatility in the Bitcoin prices. Why is this significant, right? Now if you look left on the chart on the weekly time frame, you would notice that the historical volatility does not come down below 40 very often, right? This is the chart that we have from the history, the all-time history of Bitcoin, right? You can see there have been only a handful of times when it has gone below 40. What is the significance of this thing? The significance is when we are coming out of 40. Okay, now we entered 40. Currently it is at 52, by the way, right? And we are getting a bounce from the 40 level, which is again acting as a good support line. Anyways, when we are coming out of this 40 level and the NVT is in red, okay, then my friends, Bitcoin is gonna make a huge move, perhaps one of the biggest moves of the year. Okay, and Bitcoin makes more or less one or two big moves in a year, right? When it just goes crazy. If you are in the market from 2017, you would know that the 1 week or the 10 days in 2017, Bitcoin went from $10,000 to $20,000, right? Just 2x in a matter of about 7 days or so, right? but in other spaces also. For example, here in 2020, what you can see right here, the NVT or the historical volatility went below 40. You can see right here, isn't it? Isn't it? You can see right here. And when it came out, the NVT was in red, right? And you see Bitcoin went from about 19 or $18,000 to the highs of $65,000. Okay, that is there. What happens when we come out? What happens when we come out in the white? Let's take a quick look on that. Here in February of 2020, again the historical volatility went below 40, and when we came out, right, when we came out of it, the NVT was in white. What happened? Bitcoin went from the highs of about $10,000 to the lows of about 3,800. Now, people might argue that this was the COVID crash, but let's look left further on the charts once more. Okay, what happened here? Here, the volatility, this was in March of 2019. Volatility was again below 40, and when it came out of 40, when it came above 40, the NVT was in red, as you can see right here. Bitcoin went from the lows of about $4,000 to the highs of approximately $12,000, right? That's about 3x. So that is why this is extremely important. And looking at this Bitcoin chart and looking at a combination of these two indicators is extremely important. Why is that? That is simply because of the history that it tells us. Okay. Also, what I need to show you is something, the Fibonacci levels, right? The Fibonacci plays an extremely crucial role for the support and resistances, right? We made a high of around $69,000. Let me quickly get that. Yeah, about $69,000, and if we draw it from here till here, guys, the next support on the weekly is not looking too good, right? It's down. The golden pocket is down at about the $25,000, which is not good at all. However, this is a much bigger picture. If we just tend to draw it till the bottom that we saw in May, what we can see right here is, we are getting resistance, right, guys? We are getting resistance at this golden pocket. What is the golden pocket coming in at? Let's take a quick look. Let's zoom into it, right? Let's zoom into this very quickly. You can see that we are getting resistance right at about $15,000. The range is from about 49,500 to 50,900. We are getting resistance at that period, at that range, and this is because it is the golden pocket. For people who do not know, the golden pocket is the Fibonacci level from 61.8 to 65%, and this, my friends, is acting as a strong resistance. And if I have to talk about support, here you can see, right, this is a support actually, right? This is acting as a good support. The current levels, Bitcoin is at a very critical support range. Why? You can see left on the charts how many times we acted. This acted as resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the past. And mind you guys, this is the weekly time frame. Okay, this acted as a resistance and we treated this as a support. 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth week we are treating this as a support. Okay, so range between $41,000 to $50,000 is, according to me, guys, according to me, this is something that Bitcoin is range bound, and I won't be surprised even if it goes to about $39,000. The simple reason is 39,900, 39,800 to about 41,000. That is a very significant level, and soon, guys, very soon, probably looking at tomorrow's closure, right, this weekly closure, probably in a day or two, I will prepare my exit strategy, which is extremely crucial, and people have demanded for it, right? I don't like to keep my family waiting, so I will share my exit strategy, what is the level that I am looking at. Where should I be, going out of Bitcoin, or am I doing with my altcoins? A detailed strategy, right? So what I need from you guys is, I will definitely share it with you guys no matter what happens. But I would really appreciate, guys. I would really appreciate if you can invite more people to the live session, at least. We are a young community, I know that, I understand that, but if we get about 20, 30 people, 50 people, that actually motivates me. But anyways, I am dedicated to this. I will keep making content for you guys, because this is what I love to do. Okay. And yeah, so basically, before just closing up, let us take a quick look on the stochastic RSI. Okay, stochastic RSI. uh, let's see what it is telling us. Yeah, it's down actually. That's the blue line is, the blue line is still above the red line, guys, and just above. Okay, the blue line, if you can see this, I don't know whether you can. Yeah, the blue line is at 7.89 and the red line is 7.86. Okay, so the blue line is technically still above the red line, but we are, way below the 20 mark, right? Way below the 20 mark, right? And one of the things, guys, that I would like to share with you, irrespective of any chart that you're reading, it could be Bitcoin, it could be chart, it could be stock market, gold, anything that you do, any statistics that you do, right? All, just look at one thing which is extremely, extremely, extremely crucial. What is that? That is the M and the W pattern, guys. Okay, that is the M and the W pattern, and it plays out perfectly, right? I run a YouTube channel, guys, right? But whenever I see an M pattern on my statistics, I get worried a lot, because I know a downfall is coming, and it happens, guys. It happens not only in the charts, it happens with my YouTube statistics as well. And this I have noticed over the past few months, right? And what are these graphs, what are these charts? These are representation of human emotions in a quantitative manner, right? So that is why it is important. Just note this M pattern right here. This is the M pattern that happened, and we are expecting similarly. If we can see a W pattern, I don't see a W pattern. Okay, here is the W pattern, right? When was this? This was back in 2020. What happened then? Let's take a quick look, right? We got this W pattern right here, and Bitcoin went from about this was about $6,000 to the highs of about 11 or $12,000, right? And then we got this M pattern once more, but this M pattern did not play out pretty badly, right? It actually brought Bitcoin. It brought Bitcoin from the highs of about $10,000 to the lows of about, not too low, right, guys? Not too low. It was around the you know the around $8,000 or $9,000. But this time around, the M pattern has brought the Bitcoin price from the highs of approximately $70,000. I know it went to 69, but yeah, for the sake of calculation, it from $70,000, the Bitcoin price came all the way down to about $40,000, a 50% correction, guys, right? And I'm not talking about the same pattern on the hourly time frame, on the daily time frame, on the 4 hourly time frame. No, I'm talking about the weekly time frame. I'm talking about the monthly time frame. Yeah, the stochastic RSI also plays a key role on the monthly time frame. If I just quickly take a look on that, you can see we made a huge M pattern here. All the way since 2019, we were preparing the same pattern, and we have gone down, guys. And this is actually an over sold area, right? Bitcoin has been in here like only 3 times in the past, and it has stayed for quite some time, to be very, very honest, in this zone as far as the stochastic RSI is concerned. The last time it entered here was back in March of 2018, lasted here till about May of 2019. Okay, approximately a year here. Then again, if we further look left, February of 2014 till about September of 2015, a little over a year and a half to be precise, right? And this time, guys, this time we have again entered. Now I don't like bringing bad news to you guys. Like, we all love Bitcoin. We want, all of us want Bitcoin to make new higher highs and $100,000 mark. But my job is to present the facts to you, and the facts at this point of time, guys, at this point of time, does not look too bright. This is my honest opinion, right? Things don't look too bright at this point of time. Also, the virus thing which is coming in, the fundamental things, the Fed, again, the Federal Reserve in the US, they are going to increase the interest rate again in March. Things are not looking too good. One other indicator which I would want to look, you to look at is, of course, the Gaussian channel, guys, right? The Gaussian channel. Let me delete this, and let me get the Gaussian channel for you guys, right? So the Gaussian channel, if you want to analyze it on the 5 days, it will give you a good picture. It will give you a good picture to analyze as well. And of course, if you're not have a premium of TradingView, you cannot plot the 5-day chart. In that case, you can watch at the 1-week chart. But look at this Gaussian channel and you will understand how many times it has acted as support and resistance. Multiple number of times, right? It has acted as a resistance right here. Okay, let me do one thing. I know most of you do not have a TradingView premium account. Let me push this to the 1-week chart. Let's see what it is telling us. Yes, guys, as you can see right here, we bounced off the Gaussian channel multiple number of times in the past. As you can see right here, here in July of 2021, we bounced off the Gaussian channel, top of the Gaussian channel. Again in September, we bounced off the top of the Gaussian channel, and we finally, guys, broke into the Gaussian channel. If I have to talk about the middle layer of the Gaussian channel, I told you, right, 39,000 is okay, kind of, right? Why is that? Because we will be at the median line of the Gaussian channel. The median line of the Gaussian channel comes in at about the $39,300 approximately, and this is a rising thing, right? So if you are able to hold it, we are pretty okay with it. We are doing pretty nice in that way. If we are not able to hold it, guys, then probably, yeah, we might be in a little bit of trouble, right? Little bit of trouble for the Bitcoin price. Then for the Gaussian channel, the bottom layer is at about $29,300, right? And by the way, guys, if we are entering into a bear market, let's assume we are entering into a bear market, then what I can tell you is, whenever we are below the Gaussian channel on the weekly time frame, okay, we haven't been there for for multiple number of times. We have been there for quite a few times, right? But whenever we are there, right, let me drag this so that you're able to read this clearly. Okay, whenever we are below the Gaussian channel on the weekly time frame, it historically, guys, it has proven to be a great levels, guys, great levels to enter into Bitcoin. Why am I saying so? Just look at these points, okay? Just look at these points. This region from, look at this zone right here, okay? Look at this zone right here. Look at this zone right here. 3 instances in the past when we have broken to the lowest level, and guys, they have acted as a huge kind of even if the great buying opportunities. Even if you got in here back in 2015, $200, where Bitcoin went to, from $200 to $20,000, right? From $200 to $20,000 in about a couple of years. That's like 100x of your money, right? You would say that Bitcoin was at nascent stages back then. The capital wasn't much there, but this acted as a good entry. What about here? When was this time? This was in 2019. Bitcoin went from $3,800 to the highs of about $12,000. Nice 3x. Then again, we came low. This was a black swan event. Please understand this, guys. This was a black swan event that happened, right? What is a black swan event? A black swan event is an unexpected event, which is not a positive event, right? Again, if you look left here, Bitcoin went from about the same prices, about, let's assume it went to 3,800. Let's assume you entered at $5,000 also. Where did Bitcoin top out? $70,000. How much was that? 14x, and the time period was, about, a little less than, a year and a half, to be honest, right? So from March, let's do a measurement then. Let me show you the measurement. Let me do a measurement here and of the date measurement, and let me show you how much time it took. So from here till the high, you can see 595 days, right? Not even 2 years, guys. Not even 2 years. 14x of your money, right? One more thing that I want to share with you guys, which I'm getting a lot of, a kind of feeling now, is that even if the bear market comes, it won't be a kind of a 3 year long bear market, to be very, very honest with you. The simple reason for this is, a lot of, capital funds have gone in, a lot of institutional money is going on, and uh, this is actually good, this is actually phenomenal. And we will slowly, guys, slowly we will see a couple of things. The returns for Bitcoin in terms of multiples would come down. That is number one. Number two, the bear market would also, be shortened, and there would not be a clear cut, difference that, okay, we'll have a year and a half of bull market wherein the Bitcoin halving marks the beginning of the bull market, and the December of the preceding year, of the next year, would be the end of the bull market, and then 3 years from there we will have the bear market, right? We will not have this kind of phenomenon. Rather, what we'll have is these short tenures, like how we are into a small, minute bear market. Technically speaking, we are in a bear market, guys, right? We'll have these kind of scenarios multiple number of times. And what is going to happen is, altcoins, right? Altcoins will actually decouple themselves from Bitcoin. What is the meaning of decoupling? Decoupling means that right now what we are seeing is, in the past, 10 years of Bitcoin, when whatever altcoins we have seen, whatever history of altcoins we have seen that altcoins, whenever Bitcoin corrects, the altcoins bleed, right? And bleed very drastically. And this has been a phenomena right through the history of Bitcoin. But why is this happening? This is happening because the altcoins are kind of the nature of the characteristics of the altcoins are linked with the Bitcoin, right? However, going forward, right, altcoins will have a separate path, right? So for example, let me give you a stock market example. What is the largest bank in India? State Bank of India, right? If I have to give you an example, when State Bank of India corrects, the other bank shares also correct. If I have to tell you that way, if I have to put it in terms of Bitcoin. But the stock market is so much matured, and each of them have a so strong fundamental value and so much capital coming in, that it is not necessary that whenever State Bank of India corrects, other altcoins will, correct as well. Aditya, any bullish signs? I am waiting for this weekly closure, brother. I am waiting for this weekly closure. I am seeing some similarities, to be honest. I'm seeing some similarities with this part. With this part, I'm seeing some similarities. Let me zoom in again. Let me zoom in here, guys. Okay, let me zoom in. I'm seeing amazing similarities in regards to timelines and all this stuff, right? And I won't be surprised if February first week we see the Bitcoin price go up. But one thing is for sure, even if we haven't seen the top of Bitcoin, right? Even if 69,000 wasn't the top for Bitcoin in this market cycle, I personally don't think that in the first quarter, Bitcoin is going to top out. That's not going to happen according to me, right? Because I feel what is going to happen is, right, guys, if you want to take it down, you may take it down. This is what I feel. Coming into the end of the first week of February, Bitcoin would again start rising, and this rise will continue for about a month or a month and a half, till the Fed actually tells us that they are going to increase the rate, right? And whenever the meeting dates are announced for the Fed, Bitcoin will gradually start coming down again, and we will again consolidate, guys, right? I feel that earlier the consolidation zone was at about the $30,000 mark approximately. Currently it's at the $40,000 mark. Given that Bitcoin goes to about, I don't think it will go to $100,000 very very soon. I think it will go to about 75, $77,000 within $80,000. Okay, and it may come down again by approximately, I don't know, probably. Let's do a measurement. How much was this, right? Let's do a measurement of this one. This was a correction. I know this was about 50% or so, but we'll take the $30,000 mark. Yes, about 50%. About this one, if we do a measurement of this again, this is about 40%, right? So about 39, 40%. So if Bitcoin goes to $80,000, let's assume Bitcoin goes to $80,000 and we see a 40% pullback. Let's see where it comes to. Right from here to a 40% pullback will have Bitcoin come down to about, yeah, 47, 48, $50,000. If you can't see this, these are the numbers that I've drawn, right? Okay, guys. ICP again, for all altcoins. I'll share my strategies. I personally convert most of my altcoins to Bitcoin. Most of the time I do that. But one thing is for sure, I take profits regularly. Okay, I take profits regularly. I told you guys about Sand. I told you guys about Matic. Uh, Quite a few others. I told you guys about Cardano. Cardano, I'm gave me good returns. ICP, haven't invested in it personally, but the nature remains the same for about all altcoins, right? And 40%, 35% correction. This is okay. This is not a challenge at all, guys, right? This is not a challenge at all. We I'm personally waiting for this weekly closure, to be very very honest. Let us see how it goes. And the death cross is also coming up. To be honest, I don't want to tell you this, I don't want this to happen, but the indications that we are in a prolonged bear market are high right now. Okay, so I'll share my exit strategy very very soon with you guys, probably in a day or two, right? Meanwhile, what I want you guys to do is look at some other avenues, right? I am personally looking at NFTs, to be very honest with you, right? And I'm looking at some IDOs. I'm looking at NFTs. I have been covering IDOs very regularly on our channel, and we are going to cover more and more NFT projects. If right, more and more NFT projects wherein you can get in at early stage, flip it, and make some decent money out of it as well, right? At this point of time, it is kind of decoupled itself from Bitcoin. That's good, you know. But there are certain risks and involved with NFTs as well. NFTs are illiquid, meaning that you just like, if let's say you have one Bitcoin and you want to sell that Bitcoin right away, you can go to the market and you just can sell it off. Let's say the price is $41,000 and you get $41,000. But NFTs NFTs are NFTs are illiquid, meaning that it's like a commodity. If you want to sell it, there has to be a buyer who wants to buy it, right? Who wants to buy it, and then only we can sell it off and get it. So that way it is a bit risky, but yeah, could be a good hedge. How long the bear market could last, to be honest, I don't expect it to be 3 years. By the way, the next Bitcoin halving is about 2.5 years from now, 2024. 2024 May or April or June, around that time. I expect if we are entering into a bear market, then probably we can see a bear market of about 6 odd months, right? And by the way, guys, if you have been on our channel since this March or April, you would actually know that I was actually telling you back then that we are expecting a 6 months dull period, right? How much we got? We got 3 months of dull period. So the 3 months were actually due. Who knows, might be that 3 months is getting played out right now, and we might see new all-time highs in 1 month time, right? So probably in 1 month's time, you never know where Bitcoin would be, right? But from a technical perspective, uh, yes, we are in a bear market from the technical perspective, right? And probably I'll close this video now. It's been a long video. It's been around 40 minutes. Thank you so much, guys. You have stayed here for such a long time. Thank you so much. And we'll have a Bitcoin update video tomorrow. And one more thing, guys, before you sign off, I'm actually planning to do these videos in the morning around 9 or 10 a.m. so that you will have the complete day to build your strategy rather than doing it in the evening. I'm planning to do it in the morning so that I share my strategy with you guys, what I am doing, what are my thoughts, and you can then build your strategy accordingly. What do you think? Should I do this in the morning? I am waiting for you in the comments. What do you think? Should I do this in the morning, guys? This live session, so that whenever I am live and whenever I am, you know, I can help you with the day strategy, to be very honest, right? What am I expecting for the day? And this, of course, if you want an evening session as well, we can do this as well. That's not a challenge. But I am planning to do this more in the evening, in the morning rather. What do you think? Go down, comment right now. I would really appreciate that. And I personally believe that is going to be more helpful for you guys. Let's see how it goes. Right. So thank you so much, guys. Trade very, very, wisely. Yeah, morning sounds fine. Thank you. I'm also planning to do that. Trade very, very wisely and be patient. All of you guys are telling me, what should I buy now? What should I buy then? Just be patient. Right now, I made a mistake. I'll be honest with you guys. I bought FTM. You have office in the morning, but you can watch it with your headphones, can't you? But my idea is that in the morning, if we do these videos, it will help you for the day strategy. The complete day strategy, that you can actually build your strategy accordingly by watching at these analysis. What do you think? Right? And yeah, because I want to add some real value to your day-to-day strategy as well, right? Not only to the holistic or the macro picture, but to the micro picture as well, right? And the whole idea behind starting this channel was to help you guys, help people adopt Bitcoin. Okay, that's the reason, and that is why we are starting off this. Probably we'll see what time suits us. Also, if you are commenting below, comment what is your preferred time slot in the morning, like 7, 8, 9, 10. What time you are comfortable? Okay, I'll probably try and do this in the morning, and yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, Sanjay, you can catch up with the recordings. That should not be an issue. But comment below what time suits you, right? Like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10, whatever it is. Don't comment 5 a.m., please. It will be difficult for me to get up that early, right? But yeah, anyways. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, stay happy, take very good care, and trade wisely. And yeah, follow us on our YouTube channel and on our Telegram channel. Bye bye for now. Good night. Bye bye.